Alright, yo, what's up YouTube? Team Primetime back with another video. So I actually got second place at a locals in Mount Airy. My locals basically. Um, I live like 2 minutes from it, so I actually got second today playing the Therion Punk Horus Scareclaw Adventure build that I showed you guys I think 2 videos ago. I was talking about the list. I've took it to a couple different locals. Had a really good time with it. A little bit of success with it. I think I've got like two places with it. And today I got second. Was really pushing for that first place, but I actually lost to Dinos. Dinos is like insane, dude. Like I'll go over my matchups. It wasn't a huge locals. Played Tricks round one. I managed to 2-0 it. I ended on an insane board game one. I'll probably show you guys the inboard at the end of the video if I can remember it. Game two, I played Machina, Pure Machina. It had like solid warning and strike in the back row. 2-0 that, and then I went to game three with Dinos, and I just couldn't push past the board. Well, I think I pushed past the guy's board. I just couldn't beat the follow up. But other than that, this deck was insane. Like I don't know how to explain it to you guys. This deck has just been really, really fun and really, really crazy for me. I made some changes to the list, and I have to look for the cards. But I'll do some honorable mentions as well. But anyways, we'll go ahead and get straight into the list. Start off with the uh, Punk Engine, 3 copies of Foxy Tune, 3 Emergency Teleport. These cards are crazy. I play all the Punk cards in the deck, just because like the Punk Engine, I told you guys before, gets you into a good board with a draw 2, and it's just really, really good. Itoei is like the best card in the deck. It's crazy. I play 2 Xiamen. You need the second. 2 Sharakuzai, 2 Deer Notes. I play 2 of these. It really like messes up your combo if you don't have access to these, and sometimes they act as extenders. So it's really nice. I play the Wagon, the Madam Spider, Field Spell, the Trap. These are also easy side outs as well. Like whenever I'm going second against a deck, I'll just take these out. And I already get like 4 free slots. I know it's breaky, but I really enjoy playing this everything because, like I told you, it's a draw 2 plus like 2 really good disruptions, and like you play so many different engines in this deck that you just get a lot of advantage by drawing more engines and just making your boards more insane. Um, Honestly, like my favorite engine in the deck is this. The Adventure engine is fucking insane, dude. Like going first, going second. I play the Illegal Knight, the Wandering Griffin Rider, Fateful Adventure, and Draco back. I play all of the cards. This engine's crazy. Like it just has like I just feel like it has a lot going for it. It doesn't like make the deck, but it just adds so much pressure. Not only does this deck add an extra layer of disruption going first, but when you're trying to fight through disruptions and exhaust your opponent, playing this and like the insane interaction of Illegal Knight bounce 2 cards back to your opponent's hand, then Draco bounce back your Illegal Knight is just crazy. I've done this like quite a few times where I just bounce their cards and then bounce the Illegal Knight back with this. It's just that interaction is crazy to me, and it plays under Shifter as well. I get you can lose the draw, but like I have ways to play through draw with this deck, so we keep those cards in mind. Like every deck in the format has a weakness. I just really enjoy this. Um, but yeah, I really like that engine. The Visa Samsara engine. These are insane. Changed up some cards to this. I cut the Scareclaw Field Spell to 1 because I want to apologize real quick. I talked about the Adventure Engine being really insane, but I misread the restriction on right, and I've done some misplays where I've normal summoned and used an effect, then went right. You can't do that. Right affects that entire turn of where you can't activate normal summon monsters' effects. So it's kind of like a branded fusion restriction. So I played that wrong, but now I'm playing it right, and the deck's still insane either way. You just have to keep in mind what you're doing with your plays. But these were fine. You never want to see this card. I prefer to search it off Frykart. This is fine to open. This is fine to open now. But you really don't want to see this. Like, I've seen this a couple times. I hate seeing this card. It kind of just like messes things up for me. Because it gets in the way. Because, like, I guess I can go over it real quick. You open this, you can normal summon this, no effect, twink in the right card. Add the field spell, and then add this and then special summon it and use its effect. So that way, if you have the right engine, it doesn't conflict. Because this way you go this and then you normal summon this effect and you can't activate your right card. So it kind of sucks. But I've thought about cutting this to 1, but I just feel like the second is important sometimes. Just so you can keep up resources if you have this, so you can make Astral out. The Horus engine, I cut down on a body. Just one happy, and then Seti and 3 King's Heart. This engine is insane. I've never found myself needing the additional bodies. King's Heart's crazy. This card it's been crazy for me. I don't think every deck I took to a tournament and played with this engine, I have not played King's Heart less than 3. It just helps you play under Droll. It helps you push through boards. Any unneeded card you don't need in your hand, you discard, and you get these to grave so you can summon them. I've played through so many boards with this card. It's just crazy. And it amazes me how many times people just let these cards resolve. Like, it's mind blowing. Just draw power, free bodies. This is crazy. The Therion engine, I cut down on it pretty severely. I'm probably gonna cut down on it again. These cards are really, really good. Regulus, Lily Berea, Charge. And I play aggro system. I seen aggro system once, but I discarded off of King's Heart, so it's fine. There was a time I opened the Regulus, and it was fine because I found a way to dump this and then Regulus and then get this. You get access to this engine through the Visa Samsara stuff, but it's not always bad to open, especially if you open this plus one of these. It's not that bad. I've honestly thought about cutting aggro system because I've never found myself using it. And just playing these, and if I see them, I see them. If I don't, I don't. I can still do other stuff with the Visa Samsara engine. It's fine. But these, I've just used it so many times just to have a negate and draw 2 cards is just really, really good. So in the future, I will probably just play these 3 cards. But that's what we played today. This engine was really, really good. I didn't really brick on it. I just opened this once. I opened this once, but it wasn't bad. There's always going to be that 1 or 2 dead cards in your hand, but you have more gas in your hand than that to where you can take advantage of any bricks, if that makes sense. And then Magician's Souls. This engine was fine. I wouldn't say this engine's insane because sometimes it's just you don't need it. Sometimes it's helpful for the draw 2 and the extra body. Something that was really annoying is 2 times I've opened this and this together, and it's so aggravating. This is not a bad brick because you just put this back into the deck and add this. But I just hate seeing it. Maybe in the future cut to this ratio. But this engine wasn't bad. It's just kind of there for just an extra push sometimes. And then for non-engine, I actually made more room for non-engine, cutting some cards. Still playing 3 Fenrir. Fenrir's great. I see it sometimes and it's just nice. I was playing Scareclaw Casteria, but it just come up to it didn't come up that much. Imperm, I cut some more cards and played at least 1 hand trap. This was fine. I seen it once or twice. 2 Incons, never saw it, but in theory it's insane. Either this or Droplet. 2 Tactics, triggered it once, it was crazy. 1 Tall Buy. Seen it one time, actually came up against Dinos to negate their baby so they don't get no value. 60 cards in the main. Extra deck, mandatories, you gotta play this. Play these for the Visa Samsara combo. And then Amazing Dragon, Drive, Carp, Baron. I never made Psychic and Punisher. I just couldn't get to that point. I was either the game was over, or I just didn't need it, or didn't have access to make it. So, but this card is just like game ending if you can make it. But yeah, these 9 I just showed you are mandatory in the deck. You need these for your Scareclaw and Punk combos. The other stuff, I should go with more spice in here. Number 90, Ding, Zeus, SP, Underworld Goddess. I didn't make it. I still like keeping her in against certain matchups I need to get rid of big towers. And the spice card I played today that I made once, actually made twice, was FA Don Dragster. I found myself, like, I was playing Nat Beast, I was playing number 38, and like it even came up a couple times to make Herald the Arclight. But I found myself most of the time having access to make this, because like you'll have either the adventure token with like a level 3 Punk, or Rykart or Visa Samceres with like a level 3 tuner, like just a random level 4 with a level 3, and you just make this and just sit on this as a negate. I thought this was really cool, and like I have so many different attributes in this deck. It just kind of gives me another option to make something to play around Super Poly. And it's a level 7 too, so if it stays on board and you have a level 3 next turn, you can make Baron if you haven't. So this card is pretty cool. I really enjoyed this card. I probably wouldn't take it out. Really wouldn't change anything in the extra deck. Maybe some experimental stuff in the future. And I got a side deck for you guys. I've been trying to play around with side deck patterns, and it worked out well for me. Evenly, I actually saw this a few times a day. Just the white boards, it was really crazy. Ash. I play hand traps in the side, just because of the struggle for keeping non-engine, having room for non-engine in this deck. It was pretty good. I saw it once or twice. It was fine. Didn't see Droll. Droll would have been insane today. I actually cut out a good amount of cards going second into games 2 or 3. So, like, I make enough room to where I could see hand traps. But, you know, we run a big build, and sometimes you see your non-engine, sometimes you don't. Anti-spell. I can kind of play under anti-spell. It's not that bad for me. I never saw it, though. Never drew it. Tried to. I drew like 5 cards in a turn, and all I saw was Ash, but it was fine. And then I didn't side these in, but I think I sided this in because it's a good board breaker sometimes. But, you know, any kind of toxic stuff I just get rid of. And this is good against Fire Kings. So I really like the locals I go to. It's like a lot of rogue a lot of times, and like this sideboard can be good against meta, like Fire Kings, back row decks. This is pretty cool. You know, Fire Kings and Castura, Vanadium, Flu, and Purely, and like all that good stuff. This is good against Lab, and like more back row decks and just decks, rogue decks that don't respect evenly. So yeah, this was fun. But yeah, I wouldn't really change anything except for the stuff I was talking about in the extra deck. I know this video is going to be kind of long, but I'll go ahead and skip to the honorable mentions, because there's a guy in the comments that was giving me this idea because we're playing in a punk build, and it's making the Therion Beast, which I was playing, and it came up a couple times for me to make this card. Because you make it with this. So yeah, shout out to the guy in the last video I made this deck profile on. I forgot your name, I'm sorry. But shout out to you. Just look for him in the comments. He had a great idea. Like you can use this with your punks to make this, which is a really insane card. I just found it not come up enough for me. I played 2, and then I went from playing 2 to playing this, because like This is still 2 copies of this, and it's also a 4th copy of Water Enchantress. I just didn't see it that enough to really for it to matter. So I turned these into imperms. And I was also playing this, but I cut it because I just never saw myself like getting access to it that much. So I was playing these 3, but I cut them for 3 imperm. I was also playing this, which is really a cool card to help me grind because I play so many 1-ups in the extra deck and stuff. If I need a grind game, I'll just shuffle stuff back, but didn't need it. And the last honorable mention is Tryhard. Tryhard's pretty cool. There's been a couple times where I just like could just make it and then end on like negates, like 2 or 3 interruptions with this, and my opponents kind of get around this. Yeah, you can SP make it, but like I said, I have negates, so like it's hard for you to get over this with negates. And I was playing this with like maybe 1 or 2 other Scareclaw monsters, so like you can kind of abuse this a little more, but like but I mean, yeah, this is fine. I chose not to play it because I just chose to play other things. It was either going to be this or this, or this or this, and I just chose to play the other things instead of this because I feel like there's so many outs to this, and there's more stuff I could play. Because like before, my thought process was like, you make this, your opponent doesn't get past it. You know, your turn 2, you link this off and another monster make this, so your monsters can go to attack and then just like kill your opponent. But yeah, just some like ideas I've thought of with these cards. Maybe play around with it more in the future. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Really enjoyed the deck. I just love the variety this deck gives. Gonna try to cook with it some more. Hopefully get a really good first place deck profile for you guys here soon because I'm very confident in this list. Yeah, hope you guys have a good weekend.